Archie, do you think the bottom is in?
So the phrase that I've been using on my channel is the bottom for me is either in or very close to being in. And I know that's kind of like dodging the question a little bit, but I think it really doesn't matter too much because if we go down to 55K or 53K, I really don't see a huge difference between 55 and 59. You know, it's kind of the same as back in 2022. We had 17K as the first low in June, the first capitulation, and then we had 15K as the final lower low in November. And if something similar to that happens, where 60K was the first low and 55K is the second low, there's a chance that some of the alts actually bottomed at the 60K low compared to the 55K low. And I'm predominantly in altcoins. I do have maybe a third of my portfolio in Bitcoin, but the rest is in altcoins. So that's really what I'm bothered about. And I truly believe that most of the top quality alts reached a point of capitulation during that recent dump we had down to 59K or whatever it was on Bitcoin. And if you take a look at a lot of the charts, you can see that they held major support levels. If you look at Ethereum, it has that major trend line stemming back years. If you look at the others chart, it's in a similar position as well. If you look at Tau, has the exact same trend line. A bunch of the alts have, they've supported their major support levels. And for me, we could go lower, but I only see a move significantly lower if we have a black swan event. And it's difficult to predict a black swan event because that's the very nature of a black swan event, right? Like you can't predict them. They could come from nowhere. So it's possible we could have a black swan event. We've seen them in the past. We had the COVID crash. That was a black swan event. We had the FTX crash. That kind of took us further down than maybe we would have gone if that didn't happen, because there was very strong signals that 17K or whatever were, 17 to 20K was going to be the bottom. And then FTX came, and that was kind of like the capitulation move that put in that final low. So unless we get a major black swan event, and like I said, I can't predict what it will be. It could be a nuclear weapon being detonated. It could be a new virus. It could be a major crypto exchange going bust. It could be a stable coin collapsing. We don't know what it will be. But unless we get something like that, I don't see a move below 50K personally.